Welcome to the Bivouac. This is the game of Pit, played with playing cards. To play this game, we need 2 standard decks of 52 cards. And if you're playing with 13 players exactly, you'll need 2 jokers, but any other number between 4 and 12, you don't need the 2 jokers. These will just stand in as your bear and bull if you have 13 players. The first thing you're going to do in this game is you're going to sort out a number of cards depending on how many players you have. So in a 4-player match, is what we'll play as an example, then you'll have to sort out 4 different ranks of cards. So I'll sort out the 4s, the 6s, the 8s, and the 10s, and you'll sort out all 8 of those cards. The rest of these cards go off to the side. You're not going to play with them. You'll also need to sort out a jack and a king, or whatever other 2 cards you so feel like to be the bear and the bull, which are special cards in the game. Then you'll shuffle all these cards together, and you'll deal them out. Okay, 2 players are going to have an extra card in this game, and that's completely fine. And you can kind of decide who gets those. Maybe you say it's the person who's winning, maybe you say it's the person who's losing, whatever you see fit. So then what you'll do is you're going to look at your hand, you'll flip them up. Of course, for demonstration purposes, we're going to show these hands, but normally in this game you would not. And you will look at your cards, and you'll decide which one you want to go for. So you may want to go for one you have the most of. Now all these guys have an even spread because of how I shuffled the deck. But you could choose any number you feel like. One player, the person who won the most previous round, is going to call the market to be open. Market's open. Once the market is open, there's no turns and you can trade at will. And a trade works like this. You'll take any number of cards from your hand that are either the same or different. Some players say you have to, some people say you can only trade the same card. 6 and 1/2 dozen the other. And you'll say 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. You're looking for 2 cards. Number of cards you say 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Then somebody else will say, I don't want those 2 cards. I'll also get this is a 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and we'll trade our 2 cards. You always have to trade an even number of cards. Oh, boy. And then this player will add those to their hand. Okay, and we'll go from there. You'll trade back and forth like this until one player has all 8 of the same card in their hand. So for instance, I'll get this. 4s from him, 4s from him. Okay, once you have all 8 of the same cards in your hand, you'll lay them all down in the center of the field here and say you've cornered the market. Then you will collect the number of points equal to whatever you have. So in this case, for the 4s, I win with the 4s, I get 4 points for doing so. And then you'll tally that down on the point score, and you'll play to whatever number you feel like, probably something like 50. Or, yeah, whatever, doesn't matter. 50 is way too much. Play whatever you want. Okay, there are kings and jacks, which are the bear and bull for this example. The bear is a dud card. You can't use it as part of anything, and you can't corner the market if you have the bear in your hand. If you have the bear in your hand at the end of the game, it's worth -2 points. The bull is a wild card, which means it can replace anyone. So for instance, I only need 7 and the bull in order to go out. And say I've cornered the market. If you don't corner the market and you have a bull in your hand, then it's worth -2 points. -2 points. You can also go for something special. If you happen to be one of the 2 players who have an extra card, you can go for the doubling, where if you have all 8 of the same rank and the bull, you get double the point value. So for this instance, 8 points, because I would get 4 times 2 because I have all 8 and the bull. Write that down in the scored value and continue playing. Once one person goes out, the entire round is over. You'll reshuffle the deck and play the next hand. Whatever point value is what number is shown. So 4s are worth 4 points, 8s are worth 8, 10s are worth 10, so on and so forth. Jacks are worth 11, queens are worth 12, kings are worth 13, aces are worth 14, if you happen to be playing with those as matches. That's the entirety of how to play a game of Pit. Good luck.